Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going? Hope everybody's having a good week so far. How's it going, Ron Allen, JT Macaruso, Linewalker, and everybody else hanging out in chat? So I got it working. I got Freelancer working. Took a bit, but I think I got it running in a pretty decent state. Guess we'll find out once I actually start playing. But before we get into that, there's a little bit of gaming news. Did you guys see the news that apparently Anthem's sort of whether it's going to be resurrected or not is going to come down at some point this week. So I guess this is some inside info from Jason Schreier. But yeah, he was saying that EA is going to decide Anthem's fate this week. So it's trending on Twitter right now as well. I hope they don't kill it off. I really hope they don't, because the game has some really cool potential. I mean, there's no other game out there that has that exact combat system. Just like flying around in those mechs is so fun. So yeah, I really hope they don't kill it. That would be so sad. If they do announce that they're going to shut that game down, then I will be streaming some of that game just to kind of, I don't know, fill the memories up, I guess. You know, go through the campaign one more time, that sort of thing. Linewalker says, don't know, the Battle Royale craze died a pretty quick death. Well, I mean, Anthem's not a Battle Royale, though. Anthem is basically like Destiny or Division, or you could maybe say a little bit of like Warframe. You know, it's one of those. You thought the multiplayer was all PvP? No, it doesn't have PvP at all. There's zero PvP. And some people actually fault that for being one of the issues. They're like, you created this awesome mech combat game and there's no PvP? But yeah, like JT says, it's all co-op. You can essentially play it by yourself, or you can play it co-op. You must be thinking of another game. So I'm trying to think. A Battle Royale game that... I mean, there has been a bunch of Battle Royale games that have died, essentially. So maybe you're thinking of one of those. Because there were actually 2 done by Cliffy B, and that ended his studio. Because you had... and I'm trying to think of the really, really big one that failed on him. It was kind of like a Quake-style game. It wasn't even really a Battle Royale, the first one. It was more of a Quake-style game. And he was like... just shocked that... No, not Battleborn. Battleborn was the Gearbox one. Let me look it up here real quick. Cliff... What's his last name? Badinsky? No. If I just type in... Oh, yeah. There we go. If you just Google search Cliffy B, it comes up. All right. The name of the game that I'm thinking of. Lawbreakers. That's what it was. So Lawbreakers was actually super good, but nobody wanted that kind of game, and so it just completely died. And then, in a desperate effort to save the company, they created Radical Heights, which was their battle royale. I actually played that game, and they ended up canceling it and shutting down the company. Hey, Woody, how's it going? Oh, you still have this? There's no green on here. Why are you being see-through? You're being weird. Yeah, it took me a bit to get this game running. I ended up buying a USB DVD drive and everything. And then in the end, I think I didn't need it. But it's like, well, now I have one. But yeah, Ron Allen was saying if EA nixes Anthem, how would that impact SOTOR? Potentially, SOTOR would just get more developers. And honestly, it wouldn't really surprise me because they're trying to push the whole tenure thing. On the other hand, they could just send him over to Dragon Age. So, hard to say. Or they might... Well, actually, here's probably what they would do. They would probably stick them on the Mass Effect Legendary Edition just to ensure that that gets done. And then there's been a lot of rumors circulating that they're going to do a Dragon Age, basically, Legendary Edition. So I wonder if that would come next. And then, of course, there's the Coder rumors as well. Hey, Kylo, how's it going? They talking about retiring Anthem? Yeah, potentially. Apparently, according to the news that broke today, that decision is going to come this week. So either they're going to double down on it, or they're going to get rid of it. I personally hope they double down on it. Because it would be a great success story, and BioWare needs a success story. They really do. Because it's been a while since BioWare has released a really, really good game. Rumors are Mass Effect 4, Coda Remake, Remaster, Dragon Age 4, or something already publishing in development. So pretty much everything you said is already confirmed. So they've already shown a trailer for Mass Effect 4 and Dragon Age 4. The only thing that's not been 100% confirmed is the Coda Remake, Remaster. But there's been a fair amount of news on that in the last, 2 weeks. So according to the stuff that I've seen, and I got to pull up Discord here real quick to look at my notes that I've been posting. There is a company that just got bought out called... Asper. And Asper Media actually has been responsible for, the KOTOR ports here in recent years. And so they've actually worked on KOTOR more in the last, let's say, 5 years than any other company. So it would make sense that you just give them the remake, remaster. But yeah, there's been a lot of little just hidden tidbits out there. Sort of having everything point to that. Yeah, you're right. They've been doing a lot of Mac stuff too. Yep. The other thing to kind of keep an eye on is like a month ago or whenever it was, when it was announced that EA is losing the exclusive license to Star Wars. You know, we had announcements from like, there's a new Indiana Jones game. There is a new Star Wars game from Ubisoft, you know, that sort of stuff. EA made a statement saying, oh yeah, we have several Star Wars games in the works as well. And the only one that we know of is Fallen Order 2. So it's like, if they have another couple Star Wars games in the works, who the heck is working on them? You know, is it possible that BioWare might actually have another one? So yeah, we'll have to see. I'm pretty sure, though, the one that Ubisoft is working on, I've heard so many, like, jokes. People are like, it's going to be Assassin's Creed with lightsabers. I don't think it will be. I think that is going to be either a Trooper or Bounty Hunter game. And it's going to be closer to something like either The Division or, like, a Tom Clancy game. So imagine Tom Clancy game or Division, but Star Wars. I think that's the way they'll go with it. Not Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I have not seen anything on 1313. The only thing I've seen on that is... And again, this came from Jason Schreier, I believe. And that was... if they were to do a 1313 at this point, they'd be starting from scratch. Because that code is over 10 years old at this point. There's no way they could just find the code and be like, all right, let's keep going. There's no way. It's just too old. Far Cry with lightsabers. Now, I haven't played a Far Cry in a while. Those games are first person, right? So a first person lightsaber game? I'm trying to think, has that been done? I mean, other than like Connect, which doesn't count. I can't think of any. They're all third person. And then the other thing you have to kind of keep in mind is they don't want to mix genres. So let's assume that I'm correct and that they are making a Division style Star Wars game. All right. So that's going to take your third person shooter. All right. So Ubisoft has third person shooter. Respawn, they have the Souls-like. That's what Fallen Order is. So that is a Souls-like. All right, so that sticks it in their camp. So we need an RPG. So I would say that is open right now. Whether it's Coder 3 or something else, somebody needs to do a Star Wars RPG. Now, of course, they just released Squadrons, so you probably are not going to see a space game with just ships. That just came out, so they're not going to do that again. Battlefront 2 actually just got a big resurgence, and so technically you're covering the first-person ship combat and the third-person ship combat in those two games. So I don't think they're going to make another ship combat game. So you're kind of limiting your options a little bit. They could go super crazy, which I hope they do, and let's do a pod racer game. Let's do an RTS. Give me Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds 2. That'd be awesome. Thought you could do first person in Jedi Academy. It's been a long time since I played those. I don't remember. Yeah, Kylo says Empire at War. And again, that was like an RTS. So yeah, either Empire at War or Galactic Battlegrounds. So yeah, they could do another Episode 1 pod racer. I still think we could see like a Republic Commando or something like that. People love clone action. Yeah, there's been several of those VR games that have been first person. But yeah, just like a standard like Xbox game or PC game that's first person with sabers, I don't see them doing that. Yeah, it doing Republic Commando. Didn't they just celebrate something? They were in the news here recently, and I forget exactly what that story was. Free Space? No, I never did play that one. Well, chat, I know some of you have been waiting for this, so I think we'll jump right into Freelancer.